Hi guys, this is Ritnika and you've reached MGMH Indie 101 sessions. Today we're gonna talk about code of conduct for artists, and this is more in terms of management, booking agents, gigs, and things like that. First of all, if you want to talk about general code of conduct, main thing is don't get drunk before a show. All right, that's the most important thing. Don't be late. Don't be late and don't get drunk before a show. That's a basic rule for every artist, okay? The biggest problem we see these days is that artists are never on time. They're never on time for sound check. They're never on time for their performance. That just shows that you are not professional. And let me tell you this from personal experience, if you're going to keep being late, the chances are we're going to stop working with you. Because unless you're a big hotshot, who are usually on time, by the way. If you're a big hotshot, then maybe we'll make amends. But if you are just starting out, or if you're a small to medium band, you cannot afford to misbehave and not be professional. Secondly, don't get drunk before a show. That means if you get free booze or if you have certain vouchers or whatever, don't get drunk and don't get so stoned that you cannot play. All right? Nobody's telling you not to drink. Drink after the show. Drink after you have performed. Some people need one beer while they're playing, need one smoke before. Completely understandable. But don't be like seven whiskeys down and then barely being able to play. Because that just means you're going to put on a bad show. Remember, even if you're a musician, that gig is your livelihood, right? I mean, I know you can do it because you love it. I know you do it because you're happy. You may do it because, music makes you happy and that's your dream, etc. But the idea is to perform as if that is your livelihood. And for most people, that gig is their livelihood. Maybe it isn't for you, but it might be for the sound engineer or the promoter or for the other band members. So you've got to do a very good job on your show. You got to be professional. You got to be tight. You got to perform like you mean it. Thirdly, most importantly, which is why I wanted to do this video, was all about. I think you can hear the train. Was all about conduct when you get a gig from somebody. Okay, this is a big deal in India. I don't know if it happens much abroad. It probably does as well because people are the same. But in India, you go work with a venue or you go work with a company, a promoter or whoever. Say I do artist bookings and I do non-exclusive artist bookings, which means I work with all bands and I give the client whoever they want, whether it's I don't know, Vishal Dadlani or whoever, to a singer-songwriter. It doesn't matter because for me, I work with all, non-exclusively. So I get a call saying, hey, I have an event. Okay, this could be from an event company, this could be from a client directly, or whoever. I have an event. It could even be for a venue, all right? And they're like, I have an event and I need a band. That's usually the brief we get. So then you're going to be like, okay, when is the event? They give you the date. What's the event? They'll tell you, okay, it's a sit down event, whatever it is. You ask them for their budget. Most of the time, they have no clue what they want. They'll tell you they want jazz, but they have no clue what jazz is. They'll tell you they want rock, but they don't actually want rock. So they'll just basically, the idea is to understand what the event is, and then we end up pitching them what we think would work. So that's what we do. So we get the event, and we're like, okay, I think these artists will work because they come in their budget and they work. We talk to the artist and we tell them, hey, we're pitching you for such and such gig. How much would you want to charge? Okay, I'll put my cut on top. I'm going to pitch. Done. What most artists, what most promoters, what most companies, what most venues tend to do is they get greedy. Now that they have a list of artists that they know will work their event, they want to cut out the middleman. All right? Because they're like, oh, now I have the list. Why do I pay this person who I'm sure is taking a cut in the middle? I might as well go directly to the artist because I can Google them. You can't stop the companies from doing that. You can't stop the venues from doing that because they all are going to do it. Okay? This is where the artist comes in because you're going to get a call directly. Hey, same event, blah blah blah. Now you've already been told that this event is happening because the agent or whoever you spoke to told you about it, told you that they were pitching you. Here, you guys as artists need to be like, listen, I've already got an inquiry from so and so. I'm not going to tell you how much I charge because I've already told them because they're going to put their cut on top as well. I mean, that's a business, right? So don't mention fee and just be like, please talk to them, they will do the deal. And then you message that person and tell them that they called you directly so they can talk to them. This is the professional way of acting, and this is the professional way of being in this business. And most artists do that, but a lot of them don't. All right. The issue with this is, and you're like, what's the big deal if I go for directly? Obviously, that person doesn't want to work with that agent. I don't want to lose out this gig. These are some of the fears that come up, right? I don't want to lose out on this gig. That's just one gig. Okay. If you lose out on one gig with that one client, yes, you lose out, but as one gig. If you screw over that agent or that person who approached you, who probably works with a lot of different venues and a lot of different clients, you're breaking that relationship right then and there. If some artist went directly for an event that I pitched and didn't even bother to talk to me about it or anything, I will never pitch them again because then I don't trust them. That relationship is broken. So think about it. You guys, everybody, especially today's generation, I don't mean to be mean, but it's all about instant gratification. And yes, instant gratification is screw that one over, screw that one over. I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get my thing now. And yeah, you might be successful that way. But in the long run, this industry is so tiny. You need to work with each other. You need to stick with it. I have always taken the artist side over a venue. And maybe that's been a wrong thing. I don't know. All right. Some people don't do that. For me, I feel the artist is the underdog. And I don't want venues and, and corporates or whoever to screw them over. That's always been my way. But for you, it could be different. For you, it may not be that way. But it is very important for you to ask yourself in the long run, does it matter if I now work with one artist, or does it matter that I screw over a relationship that can get me a lot more shows? So this is the biggest thing I would advise you. Don't ever, whoever approaches you first, that should be the rule. Whoever approaches you first, if it's the client that approached you first, then obviously go with the client, right? Whoever approaches you first, go with that person. That's it. Okay, that way it'll show that you are professional. All right, guys, take care. Bye.